Okay, so this one's going to be about color and how I deal with color. I mean, these photos definitely could use some improvement. It's old. That's nothing. I'm just going to focus on color. I'm not going to go into the to the to the retouching and everything. There is a filter I'm going to show you however first, okay? So let's click on this, and it's called a neural filter. This a neural filter you will find in only in the newer version. I think this applies only to the 24, I think. So, and for this, basically I use the beta version. Enhance face, really lower it to 10, so it doesn't go, and you're going to see it. Photo enhancement, and then go scratch reduction, and maybe noise reduction. So you can see photo enhancement is what I want. Enhance face, you lower. Let's go to 10 as a, because we don't want the face to be too wackadoodle. Scratch reduction is what we want, so you can bring that to. Won't we do 20 and then see what happens? The big key on this one is output has to be a new layer. So usually the default is current layer, which means it's going to take your layer and mess it up. A new layer will give you a way to adjust and not affect. So you can see it's processing the file. And I'm going to have a drink quick. It's going to take a second. It's a beautiful picture. This filter should do a lot of work. But we'll look at it, okay? Here we go. Yet. I kind of like this tool. It's actually pretty good. You can see. So this is. I'm gonna click OK. This is before. This is after. So it did enhance and did retouch and stuff. Let's look at the face, because sometimes, and you can see it did something like this. I think. You know, you can see it does like thing. Yeah. So you have to pay attention, especially the eyes. And I know that Michael was not too happy. So I use this filter. The dust and noise does a really good job. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to deal with color now, okay? So the way I deal with color, and again, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to do actually three levels, okay? Let's look at this property. So this is where you're going to do your work. This is an eyedropper that selects a black. So if you say, well, I want this to be pure black. So I'm going to go to a shadow that should be pure black, and I'm going to click on it, okay? And what did happen? It moved this to right here, okay? So let's do it with a visible layer. So I'm sorry I screwed up. So we have the visible layer. The other one was not. And we have, this is the white eyedropper. This is a pure gray. And this is a pure black. Okay? So I'm going to start with the black. So I want this to be black. Well, that looks pretty good. I mean, his face definitely from before. You can see the difference. There's a little bit of green, but we'll deal with that later. So that's a good start. Let's leave it at that, you know. Let's go with the next one. And let's see if I can get the beard to be gray and, you know, kind of like some of the, mainly the beard. We'll do that. I want the beard to be a little grayer. So I'm going to click on something that should be gray. So what should be gray? Well, the shadows here should be gray. I hope you can see right here. The beard should be gray. Some of these, like something like this right here, should be gray. And some of these shadows here should be gray. So I'm going to click on this and see what happens. So you can see this is a huge change. The skin tone is actually a little better. The turban is actually better. The and the beard is better. The chair, this actually looks pretty good. But you can see there's a color shift here, and I think now the coat is kind of a blue purple. So what do? Go to our mask, go to our brush, and what I'm going to do quickly, now I'm going to go back to 80%, okay? I'm going to make it a little bigger using my right bracket or left bracket to make it smaller. And you can see definitely there's definitely a color shift that I don't like, but we're going to deal with it in a second, okay? Okay, so I did my mask, but you can see I'm just going to finish. I don't want to make it too complicated. I use other ways to make it faster and cleaner and so on, but you can see there's a lot of green in there, and I have to go in there. So I'm going to make, you can see I use a left bracket, right bracket, left bracket, and I'm going to go just in there. And you can see what happened. So what do? I'm painting black right now. I'm going to click X, paint white. And there we go. And I can do this somewhere here. And let me go to this. And this is a good example where we can go and decide what we're going to do. So I have to see something, because I'm going to click on my Mac. I'm going to click the option, and I'm going to click the mask. So you can see the mask is not black. I want it completely black. So I'm going to keep painting. There are many faster ways, but I don't want to bug you. I'll make it too long. Oh. And you can see I use the outline, which is really good. Use the outline of what I did. And again, what do? Left bracket to get this little area. And I'll check again. Again on my Mac, click option and mask. I click on the mask right here. And I can see some yellow, so I'm going to click back and get rid of this. I don't want all this stuff to be yellow, especially this beard. Okay, so now I have this layer that's doing this. Okay, I'm going to click on it and let's see what it's doing. So we saw that there's a gray. Let me see if I use a gray and click on it. Oh, that's better. And I know I'm only affecting this, correct? Yeah, because I'm blocking. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure it's not screwing up. Yeah. So it's only affecting this. So this is fine. This is a little better, but let me show you. So we have the gray, the black, the white, and we have the three color RGB, which is red, green, and blue. So let's see what happens. So you can see that these numbers. So I think there's a lot of green. So I'm going to go to the green. And since there's a lot of green, if I go to the left, I'm going to get more green. To the right, I'm going to get a little more magenta. Okay? And again, I'm going to show you in a second another tool that would be very good. And the blue, I'm going to add some blue on the coat. And before, after. Great. So this actually is looking good. We are going to add one more tool, and this time we're going to use saturation, and we're going to make this neutral, okay? I'm not going to look at a specific color in this case. Oops, sorry. I'm going just to look at making this image neutral. And you can see as I lower this, the coat is definitely becoming a little more neutral, and I'm going to make it a little darker. And I'm just looking at this. Well, so now we have this before, and I'm just looking at the coat. I don't like it too much, so I'm going to use it. Again, I'm going to brush 100. So this time I'm going to brush the end. I'm going to block everything. So you see this hue saturation, and I'll block, and I'll bring back the coat. Okay. So I have the hue saturation. Right now it's on white. I'm going to fill it with black. So fill it. I click Command Option because it's in the foreground. Option Delete. Okay. Not sure how much better it is. Yeah. Let me just do another option. And this time I'm going to do brightness contrast. And I'm going to try to go darker and more contrasty on the coat. I think that maybe let me use this layer. I'm sorry. Let me, this is a trial and error. So I'm going to use this layer, which is, we didn't do anything with this one. I'm going to use the black, and I'm going to say this, I want this to be black. Okay. Now this is actually black. There's some green, but we'll deal with it in a second. Okay. So let's say this is actually pretty good. I'm going to fill it with black, the mask, and I'm going to paint this back in. So I'm going to paint with white since the filter has been totally blocked out. You may think it's a little much. So what we're going to do, using the mask, and that's the beauty of mask because we can always go back to it, we are going to lower the opacity of the adjustment layer. So I'm on the mask, the last one, and you can see that's a pretty drastic adjustment. So I'm here on this layer, and I'm going to lower. You can see where it says opacity. The opacity is pretty clear. Under opacity is black, and as we lower the opacity, it's getting more and more transparent. So I'm going to go back to something like 50. And that should be fine. We want to see the texture. And now we're going to use this, and I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to get this back to 0. And let me see this. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, it's not responding, so what happened here? Okay, it's all okay. Oh, it's all blocked out. So let me just. I'm going to brush again. And I'm just going to do the coat here. I'm not going to go I have to brush with white, yeah, because I want to bring it back. I'm just going to go this area, okay? And again, I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to lower the opacity. And you can see now it's pretty good. It's black. This is where we started. This is the first adjustment layer that just balances everything out a little bit. This is the next adjustment layer, and it could be a little bit blue. So if it's a little bit blue, I'm going to open it, go to the to my adjustment layer, and double click on it, it opens. I'm going to go to the blue, and you can see the blue is at 126 to the left, and I'm going to lower it a little bit. Maybe I'll go 113, and then I'm also going to go to the red, because the red gets a little cyan which appears blue, and I'm going to make it a little more red. Okay, that looks pretty good. So right now what we did is we got basic adjustment. This is better for color, and now we darkened the coat and we made it neutral. Okay, again you can see there's a little bit of a shift here, there's a shift here, but honestly from where we started, and again I'm going to put the image where we started, you know, that's a huge difference. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this one, and any question, again, you can send it to me. This was not retouched whatsoever, and you can see us zooming. I mean, it feels a little bit cold. Which one's doing this? So I would go most likely blue, and just pump up the yellow up. No, sorry. I think it's fine. I mean, the beard is nice and gray. Skin tone is really a nice skin tone. So I would go with this, honestly. And again, you give it to you, submit it, and if Michael is not happy, you just keep the files for a little while, and then just adjust it. Okay.